Hello, this is Max Drake. I want to talk about this new feature inside of Excel. It's insert data from a picture, and it's in the latest Excel. So my older Excel doesn't have it, but I can get it from inside Excel online. So you can get a Microsoft account email for free, and with that free account, you can also get OneDrive, a couple of gigabytes or something in OneDrive. Plus, you get access to these online apps, which is Excel. So we can do that. So I just want to demonstrate a couple of things that I have. I've got some electricity bills, and each week I actually my electricity bill is based on spot price. So I've got to figure out what the average price is, and I have it on a table just to see where my power shift is. It's just an interest that I actually have. So what I end up having to do is I get the bill, which is in the PDF form, and select that and go copy, and then I come into my spreadsheet through here and I paste it into there, and the lower part I can actually just come into here, paste special, and transpose and put it in there. The second part, because it's part of this main string, I've got to use the split function to get that second part out, that then I can actually put the next transposed into there. I've then got to come back into the second part and be very careful. You see, if I don't select this right, it ends up selecting everything. So I've got to be quite careful about selecting the bit that I want, to then copy that and then come into here, paste it into a specific column, and then I've done the split function again such that I can take that information there and paste it with the transposed again through into that particular part. So it's fiddly, and then after doing that I've then got to go and select that, grab the brush and format it so that it's in the same format as the one along. So it's lots of little incremental steps, but the ones that I find quite irritating is doing this selection, because it's constantly selecting other parts on the bill. Whereas now what I can do is that I can just do control. So another thing that I can do is traditionally what one of the OCR tools that I use is PowerToys, and it has this thing called a text extractor. So what I can do with this, and where I started to use this quite a lot, was I'd be watching some YouTube videos on coding, and people will demonstrate the coding, but they won't give you a copy of their code in the note below. So you've got to kind of type it out from the screen or do a copy. So I'd use Control Shift and T, which is my hotkey for this. I could then select some of the code through there, and instead of typing it all out manually, I could just paste it in and then just do a bit of a tidy up on here. Now that's coming through. This is in the wrong order, but I can actually just put it into there, and that one there, go delete from delete. So and that's got run, and then it's importing system. So I've got the first part of actually importing the packages, and then you'll sometimes have issues with the brackets being it will bring in a square bracket instead of a curly bracket. So there's a little bit of editing to do, but it's the OCR, which is Optical Character Recognition. So from an image, it's recognizing text characters and doing stuff. The other thing with this is if I select some information here, so if I just select Control Shift and if I'm doing it with the other one with the OCR, if I select this information through here, and oops, something's happened there, and I come into spreadsheet, any old spreadsheet to do, and go V, you see it all happens in one column. So if I grab a whole table of data, like if I could shift down T on that one there and do that table of data, although there's 3 columns in there, when I come into here, it will just paste it all in vertically. So I've then got to start shuffling around and trying to reorganize the column through that. So, but with this new feature, I can actually just go Control Shift 1. I can screenshot those 2 images, and I'll go through. I'm just going to actually kill all of these, close all windows, and then I'm going to just do that again. Control Shift 1, and I only need those two columns, and I actually only need the numbers in the columns because I know where I'm going to paste them. And I can then do Control Shift 1 again, and I'm going to come through and just take that one column. Boom. So on that one there, I'll save that. For the second one through there, I will just save that one there. So now, for me, I can actually just come into Excel, goes data from picture, and because it's so simplified, I've done this about 3 times, so I'm sort of getting quite good at it. I can now quickly just insert that data. Insert the data, so that's 1, and then I can actually data from the picture, and I can select the, doesn't seem to have saved it through to there. We just do a save, and there it is, open, and it's going to process it. And because in fact I'm taking less data, I'm being a lot more accurate. It's not getting so there we are. We've got all of those in there. So now I can actually just take that, and I can actually just use irritating copy. Well, in fact, I'd do it on all 3. Don't know why I need to do that. Copy, and then I can actually just go into there and just go transpose. So it's now transposed all of those things through there, and I can actually just bring them into this one and put them in the right location. So the first one's in there, so V, we've transposed that one. The second one, something's happened through there. I'm not too quite sure. It's to there. Maybe I didn't quite grab the last one through there. Whatever happened. Again, you see, it's a lot easier. I don't have to do as many steps, although there may be steps, I don't have to be as fiddly or finicky with them. So that is something that's quite pleasing to me. I then want to demonstrate another one that I've got, which is this one here, which is quite interesting. It's a weather, and what it is, I've actually tried scraping this before, and you see at the top I can actually get the time, I can get the day, I can also get the rainfall down here, and I can grab that. I can grab the wind and the wind direction. But when I try and grab the text, the temperature, I can't get it. What they've done with this particular one through here is if I save the image as canvas BNG, I can just do that. Where did that one save it through? Sorry, save image as. I actually want to save that as screenshots. Save. So if we just go in and look at that. Sorry, where are we? Screenshot through there, and we'll just switch over. We open this image up. You see, it's actually got a. It's a bit hard to see, but if we zoom right in, you can actually see that they've actually got the temperature in there, but it's now pixelated because it's actually written onto an image. So that means it's a real difficult thing to scrape because of the fact that this is an image on a canvas. Whereas if I just go Control Shift 1 and actually screenshot that, and then we just make sure we've saved it, and then bring it in to test pictures, so we can kill that one there and just go data from picture and grab that one in there. Insert data, insert anyway. You could do a little bit of a route. Now you see it's sort of trying to track up to follow that curve that's actually occurring on the other ones. So it's not quite perfect, but it's definitely a lot easier. Now, if I'd have done this in the normal way of doing it, I would have come into here and I would have used PowerToys to grab this lot of information through there. And when I came into my spreadsheet and paste that in, it's all over the place. You know, like I've got some of the wind stuff at the bottom, I've got some of the rainfall stuff, then I've got the time, and then I've got, so it's a bit ratty in what it is, and these zeros aren't showing up at all, so those aren't occurring in any of the lists and stuff. So you actually have to be quite careful about reordering this. Whereas this is roughly in the order where you want. Now there's still a little bit of tidying up to do. Like all of these are 140 instead of 14 degrees because it's not doing the 0, and that's just got 1, 4, and then you can just drag those through for those ones. So, oh sorry, copy V. And so there's a little bit of tweaking that you have to do, but that gets you so much further along than in other ones as well. So that's easier than web scraping. It's easier than using the PowerToys image OCR element through there that one uses, and it's quite handy for what you actually need to do. Actually, the other one I might just try is just doing a Control-Shift-1 on there. And what happens if I now take that and put it into Excel? So if I just go into here, whoops, wrong one. If I go into here and I go into there and I go data from picture, and we got that learn Python scripting through there. Although I wonder if it insert data, insert anyway. It's now just put it as a continuous string, so maybe I can go into the review and do a little bit of an edit inside here. So not necessarily the ideal method at this point in time. So the earlier version, I've got a 2016 version of Excel, and it doesn't work in that, but the latest one, it does work, that you can actually get access to online. The other thing I just want to draw your attention to is I'll just play this little video through here, and it goes through the step. We'll enlarge it to full screen and go play.
Draw a box around the data on your screen, or right-click a picture of data, then select Copy Image. In Excel, go to Data, then select Data from Picture. You can choose how to add your image, like from a file, or if you copied an image, select Picture from Clipboard. Select Review to double-check your data. Make any changes if necessary. Once finished, select Insert Data.
So inside of the free for the online version, the data that they can right click on there and they can take it from a file, or they can take it from a clipboard. But from here you can actually only get it from a file, so that's just a slight inconvenience that you've got to go through for having using the free online version. And you know, like, you can actually store it straight away on that file, or you can cut and paste it into your other tools as well. As I said, I've just got all of this set up inside of Google Sheets, but this I think is really brilliant. It's for me, where I'm using a whole lot of tabular data frequently, it's definitely going to be a tool that I will have, and I will be putting onto my Max launcher somewhere. I'm most probably on J or colon or something, so that I can access it straight away, because it's so much easier than what I've been using so far. So I hope you found that of an interest. If you found the video good, can you please give a thumbs up? Otherwise, op on your heart.